Okay, let's start. Almost all the speakers are here. Am I audible? Am I
Yes, ma'am.
audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
you are audible.
So good evening, everyone. Also, good afternoon, good morning, whichever part of the world you are. I am Dr. Shanoli Ray, founder of Edvishan, and I'm thrilled to welcome you all to this talk show on empowerment of women in the digital age. As we all know, we are living in an era where technology is rapidly changing the way we live and work. While this presents us with endless opportunities, it also poses unique challenges, particularly for women. As we move towards a more digitalized world, it is crucial that we empower women and provide them with the tools and resources they need to succeed. Through this talk show, we will share ideas on how we can empower women in the digital age. We have here 30 influential speakers divided in two groups who will share their experiences, insights, and ideas on how we can create a more inclusive and diverse world. This talk show is not just about discussing the challenges for women face in the digital age, but it's also about finding solutions and creating opportunities for women to excel. As the founder of Edvishan, I'm passionate about gender equality and women empowerment. And I believe that together we can create a better world. So let's come together and be a part of this inspiring talk show. Let's celebrate the achievements of women and pave the way for a brighter future. I am excited to hear from our esteemed speakers, and I hope that you all will join me in this journey towards a more inclusive and diverse world. Thank you all. Let me introduce my first speaker, Mr. Soumende. Let's welcome Mr. Soumende to our talk show. Please introduce yourself.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Shanoli and Vikrant, and thank you, Edvision. This is such a the passionate forum. The topic is really very kind, close to my heart. So thank you so much. I am basically a quality and a lean transformation guy. Have worked in the industry for 30 years now. So I haven't seen, and I worked in big companies like Tata's and General Motors and General Electric. So the topic that we are talking about, gender diversity, is very much a part of the culture of the companies I have worked with. So I will share those experiences. But on my personal front, I am married. I have a son and a daughter, wonderful combination. I also have two sisters, and they also are professionals. One is a doctor, and one is a police officer. So again, I can share some stories on how their journey started. But otherwise, I'm looking forward to this forum, and looking forward to hear from all the other panelists.
Thank you, Shobhan. Please move ahead with your speech and presentation.
Okay, so you want me to get started first?
Yes, yes, you are the first speaker.
Okay. Uh, so since the topic is about gender diversity, I just want to bring that flavor into the topic. I mentioned that I am married with two kids, a son and a daughter. My daughter is in first year of engineering, which means she is no more child; she is a young adult. So I have had my fair bit of understanding of this whole how the ecosystem works. So I'll just bring that one and also bring the corporate flavor. So for me, there's nothing called the male and the female and the girl and a boy. For me, as father, as a human, both are equal. I never treated them separately. Typically daughter will be more expressive, but otherwise, there's no difference. As I mentioned, I have two sisters. One is police officer and one is a doctor. I recall those days in which my mother had to uh, basically influence the relatives and others, why they have to spend on daughters. So my mother was great visionary, trying to inculcate that vision, and that's why my sisters are doing well. So that's on a personal front. I really feel that women gender diversity is something that is core to a healthy progressive society. But let me jump into the corporate side of the things. And I just noted some statistics which I would like to share. I mentioned that I have worked in big companies like Tata, General Electric, and all these companies are very good in bringing that gender diversity. But here is the important facts that will actually some kind of thing that will quite what we are listening to. So companies in the top quartile of the gender diversity are 25% more likely to outperform from a total return. So if you look at the companies that have a gender diversity ratio as higher, the data has shown that those companies, the return to the shareholder is much higher for those companies. So that is a proven fact. And also the companies that are ethnically driven or ethnically diverse, they are 36% more likely to outperform. So again, the data shows that when we have the diversity, the company actually produces better return. What is happening in India is the workforce, the women typically contributes only 20% of the GDP, whereas in the progressive country, they contribute up to 40%. And this is something which the society or all the leaders here have to address. Because what happens, based on my understanding of the world, is women have to, especially in countries like Asia and in India, they have to go through a lot of, responsibilities apart from the career. And typically, they will join at entry level, they will go to the mid level, and somewhere around the mid level, either they will stagnate or they will drop off. And this is very alarming. So a lot of progressive companies, what they've done is they have put some ratios that the leaders, the executives, the senior leaders, we should have a significant portion ratio of the leaders coming from the the women category, and these are all the steps in the right direction. So again, I will just stop here. What I want to highlight is this is a reality that gender diversity gives better returns to the stakeholders, and it is also a reality that in countries like Asia, especially India, the ratio is much less because of all the societal factors and all things. Things are changing, of course, but due to societal factors, and we as leaders, we have a role to play. All the panelists, I'm sure, have gone through those kind of, you have broken those barriers and you have faced those challenges and come to where you are. So we have a responsibility to make sure that this equation, these things that the corporate is highlighting, we actually contribute to the mission and make our companies more gender diverse. So I'll stop there and waiting to listen for others.
Thank you so much, Shoman. We get to know a very good insight of the corporate world from you, as well as the experience from your personal front. Basically, I was also going through an article. I get to know that in Fortune 500 companies, only 22% CEOs are women. So still there is a lot more development required in the mindset, especially, and empowerment for women. So that is why, as leaders or as educationists, we should move forward to give empowerment to the women or support them, all this. So let's move forward with the second speaker for tonight, Mrs. Varsha Kiran Patil. Please give a round of applause to Mrs. Varsha Kiran Patil.
Let me share the screen.
Yeah, sure. Yes,
Is my
please
screen is visible?
Yes, it is visible. Please introduce yourself and move forward with your speech.
I'm Varsha Kiran Patil from AISSMS Institute of Information Technology, Pune. I have 20 years of experience from corporate as well as academician. I had done research projects, work for students to have internship and have the academic and institute interaction. And on research point, I have completed 3 projects from Forest Department, Government of India, and from DST, etc. So again, I have written the international books, 5 books, and 25 journal papers I have published. So this is about me. Before proceeding further, let me congratulate Shanoli ma'am and all the women here, as well as the supporters. And right now pointed out the gender equality. So I congratulate sir for giving the corporate world the scenario, real-time scenario for the all of us. Now, this is the second presentation. So my presentation is just about overview of empowerment by digital tools for women's lifestyle. So basically, empowerment of women in digital area, what is meant by this? So first of all, India is a diversified country having different cultural backgrounds and different diversified backgrounds. So we have to eliminate the barriers that limit women's access to digital technology and digital opportunities. The another thing is that we have to have the environment as academician or the researcher or anywhere to have promote the gender equality, and the necessary skills, knowledge, and tools are to be imparted, and that too the students or the young minds should participate in digital economy. And the world is now becoming global, so the all the things are on our fingertips. So as pointed out by sir, women are having 28% workforce in science and technology, engineering and maths, but these are the high paying jobs. So what about others? The accessibility of basic services, like one has to have the education, health, banking, telecommunication, telemedicine, mobile banking. All these are the things which are helping the woman or girl in like village also, and in case of our that is urban area also. So it is giving us the participation in governance. So this is nothing but empowerment. What is mean by empowerment? The very simple definition is that one knows her self-worth. I'm of use of someone else to the world, to my family, right? To have the, can I do some choices? Can I have access the opportunity to resources? Can I have power to live my own life? And also I have the ability to do the direction of social, one should not have the dilemma, what is to be done, and is the world is looking at me, and ability to influence the others, etc. So that is nothing but empowerment. Now, what is the digital empowerment? Digital empowerment means it assists the organizations in opening up knowledge, their experiences, values, and how the people will behave. Like knowledge is driving the people to have the behaviorism. So change in knowledge is education. Change in behavior is education. So if it is happening in the controlled and focused manner, then that becomes a digital environment. And now it is in the like a fingertip of every woman, every girl. So it is a impact of digital empowerment to all the girls in India, as well as on the rural, as well as that is civil backgrounds. So this makes the strengthen the relationship between friends, relatives, colleagues, and this is the opportunity given by the digital platform and empowering women with Skype, social media, and all other things. I will give one example that Pula Bazaar is a famous thing which is happening on the that is Facebook, and there are a number of such things where the women are getting empowered with their choices, their that is what they are doing. So technology is our friend, and that is tracking us physically, emotionally, safety, and all other things. So this way, digitization is helping us, and what needs to do to technocrats, what needs to do our responsible citizens, or what needs to do by beneficial people, or some of the people which are the part of esteemed society, is they should make a digital technology or mobile technology in such a way that the digital fluency will be there, and which will give rise to gender equality, and it will catalyze the communication work in the global scale, etc. So how we can empower the girls to learn and do the thrive to digital world? So we will push the digital technology in education. Digital marketing course is coming up in engineering background also. So multidisciplinary education is going on, and we are promoting the participation in every subject. So once this digital coding, basic computer skills, digital marketing training, etc., can be empowered to women and girls, which we were supposed to be out of the like world. So there was India and Bharat, which is that thing is now diminishing. So now we have to empower the girls, like those who are in science and technology, to have the startups, business, and their websites, and they have to have tech industry and contribute to empowerment of women in digital area. So the female should access the finance, e-commerce technology, technology based on that is they should give the we should give the woman more flexibility and manage the home responsibility along with our that is daily work. So education of girls, equality, and making the one most foremost thing, that is to make the thing is that there are spaces like physical world and digital environment. In digital environment, people are supposed to have the mask on their face, and the girls, mostly teenagers, girls from 13 to 18, are not safe, and they are having some beliefs about themselves. So one has to give the awareness of society, crucial part, that is the digital gender gap, making some safe places and educating it as an educator, as a parent, what is good for you and what is to be done, that should be taken into consideration. And that is the thing while going into digital environment and making the girl to become a woman safely. Now, empowering the girls and women, technology is giving all these tools. So with this note and with these precautions, I'm signing on off. So this is Varsha Kiran Patil. Thank you very much for giving me opportunity, Shanoli ma'am, and all the dignified things, the people present here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Varsha. You have presented wonderfully. Two things I must say. One is that you highlighted digital fluency, yes, which is utmost requirement for the women. Another is the empowerment of women digitally. So I must inform you all that Edvishan is providing internship, and our interns all our interns are till now are women, and we are providing them training on digital marketing, other digital development, and mostly are from engineering background. So that is how organization like us, if we give them opportunities, women like internship we have started. So basically they will be empowered likewise. So thank you so much, Varsha, for a wonderful presentation. Now, let me call the next speaker, Dr. Geeta Rani.
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Yes, you are here. Okay.
Good evening to all of you. Can I share my screen?
Yes, yes, yes. Please introduce yourself and move
Okay.
forward with your presentation.
Just a minute. I'm trying to share my screen. Just a minute.
Yeah, sure. Take your time. There are technical glitches happen sometimes.
Not able to share my screen. Please tell me.
Okay.
Anyone, please tell me.
So you
want to share my PC window?
Okay, sure. Okay.
It's showing on Google only.
Okay, you can do one thing. If you can view your PPT, you open for yourself and you make the speech, seeing it.
Okay, I understand. Okay, thank you. Yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Geeta Rani, and my voice is audible?
Yes.
Yes, my name is Geeta Rani, and I am working as an associate professor at Godbrahman College of Education, that is in Rohtak, Haryana. And today we are here to talk about.
Just a minute, Dr. Geeta, please put your camera on.
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now we can see.
Okay, ma'am. I'm Dr. Geeta Rani from Godbrahman College of Education, Rohtak, Haryana. And today we are going to talk about a vital topic, that is empowerment of women in the digital age. Before I start my presentation, at first, I want to congratulate to the team Edvishan and especially Ma'am Shanali Ray to give us such a platform, such a global platform to express our views. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Now we come to the topic. The topic is empowerment of women in the digital age. We all know, and as ma'am said in the previous lecture, that women empowerment means to enable the women, to enable us to understand and acknowledge our self-worth and better access to the opportunities. And the empowerment also means we have the decision power and we have more control over their lives, and we have many roles in our lifetime. We all know that as a mother, as a teacher, as a wife, as a daughter, or as a sister, and in the society also as a doctor, as a teacher, and as a banker, we have to play many roles. But history is interested. History takes place some facts, interesting facts. These facts are यत्र नार्यस्तु पूजन्ते रमन्ते तत्र देवता. ये बहुत पुरानी कहावत है जो इंडियन सोसाइटी में प्रेवेल कर रही है कि हिंदू रिलीजन जो है हमें गॉडेस की तरह, हमें मीन्स एक नारी को एक गॉडेस की तरह पूजा जाता है, और वहीं पे कहीं ना कहीं वायलेंस है. किस वजह से है? दैट इज due to the gender inequality, gender biasness. And women, and ये नहीं कह सकते कि हम women powerless है, women powerful भी है. There are some example like our prime minister, former prime minister, first prime minister Indira Gandhi, and corporate India, जैसा सर ने भी कहा, किरण मजूमदार, मल्लिका श्रीनिवासन, चंदा कोचर. There are the few names, and there are so many names in different fields in our society. But at the same time, we are also powerless. That is the question mark. That is the main question that arises today in that International Women's Day. Ki how we cover this? We all know ki we having a number of responsibility as compared to men. We are the power of family care, domestic work, agriculture production, but we have less. We have the lesser power. We have only 2% land acquisition, 5% extension activities, and 15% only parliamentary seats, and marginal access to different sectors in the society, that is education sector, employment sector, even there are number of sectors, countless sector. That's why in our sustainable development goals, or this International Women Day, that is celebrating under the theme Digit All. Digit All means what is the role of digital technology or digital tools to promote gender equality and to promote women empowerment. No doubt, there is the possible role of gender equality. What do you mean by gender equality? Gender equality is not just a basic human right. First, we talk about gender equality. It is not just a basic human right, but it is critical to development progress. If we want to progress in every sphere of life, in every economic sector, in every social sector, health sector, or any sphere of life where women and girls can realize their rights, their aspirations, the growth is faster of the economy and the prosperity comes quicker. So gender equality कब आएगी? जब women empowerment आएगा, और women empowerment through digital technology. Yes, it is possible. I agree with the speakers. It is possible. We can bring women empowerment by digital technology. Yet data shows, according to the report, in developing countries, only 41% of women have access. Only 41%, just like to note, to the internet compared with the 53% of men. And women are also 20% less likely to own a smartphone and are more likely to borrow phones from a male family member. And the report also says 1.5 times boys are 5 times more likely to own a mobile phone and 1.8 times more likely to own a smartphone. But despite this data, despite the fact digital technology can empower the women, no doubt they can boost women empowerment in multitude of ways. As earlier speaker said कि हम जो है कॉर्पोरेट में आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, या कॉर्पोरेट में इतने % वुमेन आगे आ रही हैं, या उन्होंने ये कहा कि हम जो है बच्चों को मोबाइल का एक्सेस सेफ्टी के साथ दे रहे हैं. बट कोविड-19 पैंडेमिक के बाद वी आर शोइंग इन डिफरेंट फील्ड्स there are arena, there are different fields where women are excelling by the digital technology, by making technology accessible and comprehensible to the rural women. क्योंकि देखिए एक सिंपल सी बात है, क्वेश्चन आया एग्जाम में कि पहले जब हम वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट की बात नहीं कर रहे थे ना, तो हम वुमेन लिबरलाइजेशन की बात कर रहे थे. वुमेन लिबरलाइजेशन जो है क्या था, तो एक ओनिडा वॉशिंग मशीन वालों ने एक एड निकाली थी कि वुमेन लिबरलाइजेशन इज समथिंग दैट इज ओनिडा वॉशिंग मशीन, कि आप अगर एक लेडी को घर में वॉशिंग मशीन दे रहे हैं तो आप उसको लिबरल कर रहे हैं. That is the same way we can empower the women by accessing technology. तो हमें ज्यादा से ज्यादा women को टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ जोड़ना होगा. Naturally, we can empower the women. They can be better informed about all aspects of life via digital technologies, because स्मॉल स्केल बिजनेस बाय गिविंग इजी एक्सेस टू रिसोर्सेज. आप देखिए इंस्टाग्राम पे देख लीजिए, आप रील्स पे देख लीजिए, आप फेसबुक लाइन्स पे देख लीजिए, डिफरेंट सोशल मीडिया पे आप देख लीजिए, स्किल ऑफ कुकिंग, वीविंग, स्टिचिंग, पोट्री. सॉरी, कहने का मतलब यह है कि अगर हम बात करें उस स्टेटा की जो इकोनॉमिक स्टेटा अपर लेवल पर है, वी आर द टीचर्स एंड वी हैव द लिबरलाइजेशन, वी आर ऑलरेडी एम्पावर्ड, बट एम्पावर हमें किसको करना है? जो लोएस्ट स्टेटा का हमारा विमेन है या जो हमारा मीडियोकर विमेन्स है, जिनको अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं है घर से बाहर जाने की, हमने उनको एम्पावर करना है। तो दे आर यूजिंग देयर स्किल्स बाय डिजिटल टेक्नोलॉजी। कुकिंग एप्स देखिए आप, वीविंग एप्स देखिए आप, डिफरेंट पोट्री एप्स देखिए, देयर आर डिफरेंट एप्स इन आवर मोबाइल फोन्स। Those women who unwillingly discontinued their jobs, unwillingly, वो चाहती हैं कि हम जॉब करें, but their family circumstances, personal situation, restricted mobility, can continue working from home through, but they are earning their leaves, they are showing their power with online medium, with different apps, with digital technology. The online market has enabled easy access to raw materials, even they can run through their small businesses, or the availability of online courses gives an option to women with limitation or mobility to further their education. वो कहीं ना कहीं अपनी education को भी ले रही हैं जो उन्होंने कहीं बीच में छोड़ दी थी. Many mobile apps give timely information to women about health or other needs, yoga apps or mental health apps, or different social apps, social platform. They can give the opportunity to the women to shift in the working model, or to gates of the employment for many women in small town, also in cities also. Thus digitalization created an opportunity in adverse situation, and we can empower the women by ICT, through the ICT, because ICT is opening up new vista of development. Yes, we can do something, we can do it is the same way कि human being cannot do everything, but we can do something to empower the women through the information and communication technology, or through the digital devices. The benefits occur from the synergy of knowledge, and as ICT cannot be restricted to the upper state of the society and have to freely flow. अगर हम इसको freely flow करेंगे to all segments of women population, so we can achieve the target of gender equality, we can achieve the SDG 5, Sustainable Development Goal 5, and we can lead the women of 21st century to the women empowerment by the technology literate, by the dynamic multitasking. We are now in the stage of multitasking period, because हम घर में भी काम कर रहे हैं, हम ऑफिस में भी काम कर रहे हैं, और जो लेडीज घर में काम कर रही हैं, through the different apps, through the social media, they're enhancing their personality also by posting some their personal experiences, their ideas, even दादी माँ के घरेलू नुस्खे. This also lead to women empowerment. Good communication and collaboration जो है वो women में आ रहा है, क्योंकि empowerment के लिए क्या चाहिए आपको? आपको learning power चाहिए, communication चाहिए, collaboration चाहिए, lifelong जो है मीडिया से भी चाहिए. वो सब कहाँ से आ रहा है? ICT से, different digital devices से आ रहा है. As a teacher, as an empowered woman, we can use different media in our classes also. There are number of platforms to the share the teaching learning resources, but हम तो already empower है. हमें empower किसको करना है? उस data को empower करना था जो data घर में है. And digital technology can play an important role to lead the women of 21st century in their homes. Multi-modal learning style ये digital technology जो है provide कर रही है. और digital these are my final words. Despite progress, we have progressed in number of ways in empowerment. We gain empowered, but women's empowerment, there is a still long way, because कहीं abuse हो रहा है, कहीं पर जो है powerless हो रही है women due to there are number of reason, as sir says कि there are number of reason due to religious, due to their customs, due to their economic status. There are number of reason. So despite progress towards women empowerment, there is still a long way. And empowered women, I'm surely say, empowered women make a difference and change the world by digital technology. But we cannot say that boy or girl, male or female. This is not the actual empowerment. और वर्ड को हमें यहाँ पर कट करना होगा, और कहीं ना कहीं हमें जो है एंड वर्ड को यूज करना होगा. द मेल एंड द फीमेल, जब मेन और फीमेल इकट्ठे हैं, दैट इज वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट. दैट इज मेन रीजन कि वुमेन कब एम्पावरमेंट होगी, जब हम और वर्ड को कट करके एक एंड वर्ड को यूज करेंगे यहाँ पर. एंड दिस इज माय फाइनल सबमिशन, दीज आर माय फाइनल वर्ड्स कि वी हैव टू कम टुगेदर टू अटेन द वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट, टू रीच द वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट and to use the digital technology as a women empowerment. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am, to giving me such an opportunity.
Thank you so much, Dr. Geeta. You explained very elaborately. Yes, basically we are moving towards digital India. So in
Yes.
that phase, both men and women should have to work together to make it
Yes.
possible 100% digital. Basically in Edvishan, I must appreciate Dr. Geeta. Many of Dr. Geeta's students regularly attend our online training sessions. We regularly conduct online training session, and she encourages her students to attend our session.
Thank you.
So
Thank you
yes,
so much.
so that
And
is
you
how.
are basically, yes, ma'am.
Yes,
You are
please.
also the motivator, ma'am. Such a good motivator you are.
Thank you so much. Because we are trying at Edvishan, that is why we have both online and offline platform. Because as you explained, that many women cannot come out of their house, but they
Yes.
can avail this online platform to express themselves, or if they want to have knowledge, or they want to finish up any course. So that is why we have opted for both online and offline. In our website, courses are also available that many women can also avail. Thank you so much, Dr. Geeta.
Thank
Let me call upon our next speaker, Advocate Neha Chaudhary. Advocate Neha Chaudhary, is she present? I think she will be late today joining. Okay, let me move forward with Dr. Haranarayan Padhi. Welcome, sir.
Yes.
And thank you so much for
Yes,
being
I
a
am
part
Dr.
of.
Harnaran Padhi. Yes, I am. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, sir. You are very much audible.
Yes, sir. Yes. I am
Welcome
Dr.
to our
Harnaran.
platform.
Yes.
Yes, please
Yes.
introduce
I am,
yourself. And
yes, sir. Let me introduce first. I am Dr. Harnaran Padhi. Basically, I am a chemical engineer and having 35-year experience in reputed chemical industries. So I have in industries, we have, let me first start the women empowerment in my family, starting from my family. So I have one daughter. I have never seen that there is a difference between a boy and a girl. So gender equality starts from my family itself. And I have that daughter, I have educated her, and she has become IT professional. And regarding that professional field, so we have done a lot of things. So I will come to back to the examples how we have empower women. So let me start my talk. So empowering women is to give women the right. Women can have equal right to participate in education, society, economy, and politically. It refers to making them confident, freely live their life with self-respect and self-dignity. Women empowerment may be defined in several ways, including accepting women's viewpoints, making an effort to seek them, and raising the status of women through education, awareness, literacy, and training. It differs from starting from very beginning. So earlier there was sati pratha and child marriage. That great social reformers in the past, like Raja Ram Mohan Rai, Swami Vivekananda, Acharya Vinoba Bhave, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, etc., abolished ghastly the practices like sati, child marriage, worked relentlessly in the past for the upliftment of women in India. So now the role of women has been changed. They are no more restricted to cooking, washing clothes, doing household works, and looking after their children and family. So now our age is in a digital area. So how we can improve the women empowerment? So the ways, different ways, how can we can empower women, that place women as leaders and give them decision-making roles. Second is make job opportunities for women. Next, invest in women's entrepreneur ideas economically and financially, taking actions against unpaid labor work, mentioning women professionally and personally, teach business skills to women, encourage more women to take apprentice roles, create a better environment for career development. So when we come to digitalization, so digital technology is a fundamental force for change in this century. It is reshaping economics, governments, and imparting every aspect of development. Now, some 90% of new jobs worldwide requires digital skills, but 49% of the world still lacks internet access, mostly in developing countries and mostly women. We must do more and better to get these game-changing technologies into the hand of those who have been left behind. We must bridge the gap. For that, we need a safe and inclusive internet, one that silences women's voice and jeopardizes their safety. Digital technology can enhance women's access to finance with mobile banking, enabling them to avoid long journeys. Teach-enabled healthcare can improve health outcomes. So now we can see in digital areas, everything can be possible. After COVID-19 pandemic, the digitalization has been improved a lot. So women empowerment like job and teaching, education. So all these things, mobile banking, all these things are through digital. So for women empowerment, all these are plays a vital role. E-commerce, apart from that, e-commerce and technology-based businesses after women more flexibility, helping them to manage home responsibility alongside paid work. So both women can, by this, women can participate. Both they are working from now system that work from home. So from home they can work and as well as the work their professional field. And next is digitalization. So let me speak something about digitalization. Digitalization and the advance of technology have presented a vast era of innovative and dynamic opportunities for women, economic empowerment, and changes for a gendered balance across financial, in labor market, and entrepreneurship. Digital technology provides women with the opportunity to overcome many dominant cultural, traditional, and mobility barriers. Using a digital to speak out against injustice, it offers new and innovative tools for women economic empowerment, greater access to information, in addition to connecting women and girls with like-minded people, allows for the reinforcement of similar ideas and activism. This digital revolution is giving women a universal voice on topics and views that are traditionally confined to the private sphere. Women are inspiring more women to speak out against social injustice, from challenging stereotypes to endorsing education. These campaigns are a call to action, helping to empower communities. So there are a few we can do. Rural education. So mobile technology now, in mobile technology was brought the world to women's fingertips. Current affairs encourages financial independence by facilitating online transaction. Having a voice, digital media has encouraged women to speak up and discuss issues that are crucial to their very survival. This has brought topics such as domestic violence, sexual harassment, female sexuality, and the gender divide front center instead of hiding away behind closed doors. So what are the schemes? So now I am going to practical example. So our factory, for example, where I am working, GSL Limited, Sutrapada, Gujarat, they have done so we in the plant done a lot of women empowerment in the factory. For example, our head, 2 departments heads like health, safety and environment, that head is a woman. And HR, is corporate communication, that head is also a woman. So, and apart from that, in job opportunities, women are also, we are getting chance, giving chance to women for jobs. So these are, and apart from that, we are helping also that in many cases, women that rural areas, we are going and helping the by educating them and getting them empowered by self-reliant. In this time, we have done these things. So I think all these are the examples of women empowerment in digital area. So government also, Indian government also offering various schemes like interest rate, low interest rate on home loan for women, property tax rebate, stamp duty concession, etc. Government is also doing. Some states are also giving a reduction in bus fare for women. All these things are examples of women empowerment. So finally, least but not last, so I can conclude this: women empowerment helps to make the society and the world a better place to live in. March forward on way to inclusive participation. It means increase happiness for the family, the organization, the whole world, where women can make a difference. Thank you very much. I am very much thankful to give me an opportunity to speak about the women empowerment in the digital area. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for explaining so elaborately. Because you have shared your personal what your company is doing. Many organizations are now implementing that gender equality. They are giving equal opportunities to women worker and male worker. And also you have mentioned some of the schemes that many of us do not know that government is specially provide for women. So yes, you have highlighted that part also. Thank you so much for sharing your views and your expertise in this. Okay, now move forward. I will like to call Mrs. Savita Kottar, our next speaker, Mrs. Savita Kottar.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, all.
Yes,
Good
evening and welcome to our talk show. Please introduce yourself and you can present your speech.
Savita Kottawar. I'm PGT, Sharda International School, Latur, from Maharashtra. And this is my first talk. As I'm very much thankful, I'm very much glad to express my views to Shanoli ma'am that ma'am has given the opportunity to me that such a wonderful platform is there. We can express our views. Yes, ma'am, really. And recently we had celebrated our International Women's Day. So I wish you all here a very happy International Women's Day. Yes, women is a beautiful creation of God. Yes, you know that. No, yes, nothing that every day we have to celebrate. Every day is a Women's Day. As many of the speakers and dignitaries has right now the ma'am and that Dr. Rani ma'am might be that spoken a lot about the Women's Day and all. Yes, ma'am. So here, as it is a part of empowerment, what is empowerment exactly from the family to the society? It's not a person, it's a professional. Each and every angle we have to empowerment. It's a wonderful topic. We have taken that empowerment of digital empowerment. It's not economical, personal, professional, social, and many more angles, many more era that we have empowerment. Decades ago, we have seen that women have to be in the home and only she had to take care of household work and taking the care of how families and kids and all these things. But nowadays, as the days passed, we have many more step out, and we have many more areas to expand our knowledge. We have opportunity and we only all this. Basically, I would like to say that due to only technology. So technology means what? Technology only we have getting this chance. We have step out to the family. Now still also we could not. I am also sharing my views due to the technology, the awareness of technology. We have this wonderful platform due to in our home sitting, and we are sharing our views due to technology only. So this is the real empowerment of the women, that technology, as I say that. So technology has made possible for women many, that is not, yes, one area. That is we are communicating with the that we are emphasizing on the digitalization and empowerment of on that is in digital age. So previously now we have to see that all these the decades ago, but right now the invention of internet and access of internet and mobile availability. So many were now recently also we have a few of the women are getting that as analytical data. Yes, a few of them are also shown, and they share that according to data that how many of percentage have their access of internet and all. So now also we could see that we have a less access of internet and mobility and all these things that is compared to others. So many more we are using, that is access of internet and that is using of all these things. But we can say that we can have that data of less, because the whatever women we are using this, it's not a professional use of this. So for the earning purpose and for professional purpose, that we are not using lots of years, that the many more we are this spending our time, WhatsApp and all this internet and gadgets and all this. But if you think that how many of you really for the earning purpose, for the professionally use of the empowerment, such a empowerment that we are using the data, mobile, and all these things, that digital for our professional growth, I think it's not there. Miss, if we think the data and all, so really it is a need that the United Nations itself said that if we exclude women to that such empowerment and all, we have a loss, because each and every area, not only single area has remained, that is they are not step in, the women are there. So each and every area, not only political, it's sports, it's and educational, and many more transformation overall the world only due to the women. I'm not telling the emphasis on only men and men as parallelly important. It's not competition between the men and women, it's a collaboration of men and women, because men is also really, it's means without men we are not a society, and not our life is also. So as moving towards our topic, that is empowerment of digital in a digital area. So 21st century, that is ICT skills, though it is G20 and many more, we can see that the STEM and all. So we have to see that many more angles. If we see that anyway, the empowerment to men of in the digital area, it's really important, and it's really measurable and a thing in our life. So I'm very happy that I have a chance. I got a chance to just share my views over here. Just I want to say that technology, if when we see that the advent of columns and interest, the lives of men started witnessing so transition and equality and equity and equality. So before we are having the transaction and all this, so communication. After that, if we get the that is mobile banking and all transaction and UPI, and very easy way we are getting all these things. And this is also one type of transformation. This is also one type of empowerment of women on this 21st century, right? So I want to share my screen share, ma'am.
Yes, sure.
Is it, ma'am?
No, it came, but now it's not visible.
Is it visible, ma'am?
Yes, it is visible now.
Yes, ma'am. So I, yes, I'm just have that one of the few of the slides, because first of all, as we see that need of the empowerment, women empowerment was in education, in and empowerment, employment, legal issues, that is economical issues, social issues, health and safety and park, and many more areas. As I told, that need of empowerment we have needed. Yes, and that ICT, basically we have seen that most women are in traditional bound, then inequality, in later on potential, and now need of empowerment, how what women have and what women do. We can do each and every area, that we can take the family care, domestic and all, agriculture, income, and management of household food security, nature resources, and what women have. We have to see that in ICT leads to women of 21st century, the technology literate dynamic, have multimodal learning styles, lifelong learner, media savvy, and good communication and collaboration. So multitasking and creative and adaptive. So if we have, yes, that in many more dignitaries has talked about the gender inequality, and that we have the causes why the in gender inequality, that decade before we have see that the partial thinking was there, and son preference, discrimination against girls, poverty, lack of awareness, low educational status, dowry, marriage laws, and all this. But I think so nowadays it's not the issue of all that, because previously we have seen this all this that is issues and all, but now the society's transformation has done, and society has completely changed the point of view, and now this inequality is not there, so gender equality is not there. We all have now equally we are working over here, and now see building technological information and media fluency among women. So this is how developing women has developing her skills in each and every angle, and that's why I want to just I want to share the part what from my side. So thank you all. This is my first pattern. So thank you so much, Shanali ma'am, and all the dignitaries. So I am very much thankful to this platform. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mrs. Shabita. Actually, I must say you have explained very nicely. After the COVID situation, actually, the digital world has opened doors for us. Drastically,
Exactly.
we have from physical world to digital world, drastically we have to shift. And that is
Yes.
that is the blessing, I think, for all of us. Otherwise, this kind of talk show wouldn't have happened in
Yes.
2023. Yes.
Yes.
Let me call my next speaker, Mrs. Nandini Khanna.
Good
Warm
evening.
welcome to Edvishan.
Thank you, Ms. Shanoli. Thank you for having me over to this wonderful talk show. Good evening to each and every one of you. I am Nandini Khanna. I am an image consultant and a soft skills trainer. Previous to this, I was a preschool principal for many years. So I would say it's been a blessing to be working with children and now varying to an age where you could be working with anybody even as much as 70 plus, and so on and so forth. So I truly believe that learning never stops, no matter what age, no matter what gender, no matter what time. And I think seeing this talk show, getting so many people from so many various backgrounds says it all. I think we are all passionate enough about empowering ourselves. And it's been brilliant hearing all the eminent speakers here till now, and looking forward to hearing the rest, of course, throughout the day today and tomorrow. So I would like to start with the quote. Let me also look a little bit more serious. Okay. I would like to start with the quote, "Don't follow the crowd, but let the crowd follow you," by Margaret Thatcher. And I truly believe in the same. So many of our speakers before, sorry, I'm just naming a few things which you all have shared till now quickly, spoke of, starting with our first speaker, Sir Soman D, saying that his sisters were a doctor and a police lady. Ms. Patil shared self-worth, choices, opportunity to resources, options to lead our own life, world looking at me, change in knowledge, behavior, startup, business, IT. How do we move into that kind of field? What, where, how? And that is what we as consultants actually make people realize. Further on, we had Ms. Rani sharing about liberation, and how liberation came through was through a washing machine. Sorry, I noted down a few points because it is so apt. The way you all have put down your own thought processes, being from various fields of work, and it is really thought-provoking and brilliant to get all this from all of you. Someone spoke of multitasking, enhancing the personality. Sir spoke of, Mr. Padi spoke of no difference in the family, where he has a boy and a girl, and his daughter is an IT professional. And Ms. Savita spoke of, digital literacy, and I would add on financial literacy. I personally feel I myself am kind of illiterate when it comes to handling finances. So, wow, thank you for all that empowerment already over here. It's not only about, I would say, the digital age, but yes, it's becoming much more fast-tracked. And trust me, when I heard the word digital, I was like, oh God, are we again jumping into something like ma'am just mentioned, something like COVID, when it happened overnight and we had to jump onto screens and learn how to be a part and parcel of it. And here we are, I think, enhancing it even further and further. So coming back to what I was talking about, my whole thought process is about image. And please, if you would like to, unmute and tell me, what is the first word you think when we talk of image comes to you? Anybody?
A reflection of our own.
Thank you, Ms. Shanoli. Anybody else?
Pillar of the family.
Brilliant. Wow. Anybody else? Brilliant. So see, filler of the family, reflection of our own. But ask yourselves, and let's be honest, does this come in very, very easily? The other day, somebody asked me about self-love. He said, Nandini, tell me something about what is self-love. And it actually got me thought-provoking. And why I'm sharing it, because yes, this is something which I feel one needs to be working towards and empowering our own self towards it. So I said, sir, I would like to break it into two words, self and love. I would not be taking both of them together, because first to realize that you yourself are also an identity is so, so, so important. How many of you agree with this, right? So first we should have know how to self. Somebody said multitasking, and I actually had thought of talking about the same. We as women, and of course even men do, but however, I feel when it comes to multitasking, somewhere women take a way better lead than men. Sorry, no offense to all those gentlemen who've been supporting all the ladies here very, very kindly. And somewhere we, I think, kind of lose our identity. You know, we want to make our houses a better place, which is brilliant. We want to make the workplace a better place. We want to make everything around us a better place. But what about me, myself? And that's where the self-concept, personally dealing with clients, meeting so many people, working with people for so many years, is still an ongoing thought process. So first one, I think, truly needs to identify their own self. Don't get lost. It's good to get lost at times, and however, pick yourself up and identify. And that's what gets me to the word image. Image plays a very, very crucial part. And when we start appreciating that image, looking in that mirror, is when that self-love starts to come in. Okay, as women, how many of us, of course, it happens with men, but they might not be so verbal as we are as women. How many of us stand in front of that mirror and we say, oh my God, I wish I was thinner. I wish I had a little thinner nose. I wish I had bigger eyes, or I had more hair, or I had blonde hair, or I was fairer, or I was taller. Let's be very, very honest about it, right? But are not all conditions which are put across to us by the world, by our own families, maybe even our own parents. And of course, it doesn't start now, it starts actually from childhood. You all are educators here. We've got some brilliant takes coming through. And that is where that image thought process already starts building up from. It is not now. Being a preschool principal, a preschool teacher, we always used to try and explain to parents that 0 to 6 years is the most crucial time for a child. The child has an absorbent mind. And it is so factual. Children see what you're doing. Children love repeating things. Children love absorbing things from their environment, and what better than giving them a positive environment. So today, my thought process of sharing all this with all of you is because we are educators and we can definitely look into small nitty-gritties and help pass on this thought process also, that it starts at a very, very young age. And that baggage, if it's negative, it stays with you forever, no matter how much you try. And trust me, being in to the image consulting part now, there are people who just want to come and they just want to talk to you because they just feel somebody hears you out. And that is where the image aspect still again talks about it. So even our body image, our the way we perceive ourselves, our whole persona starts not only from the outer clothing, the outer look, it starts from deep, 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 deep within. However, tell me, the day you dress better, don't you feel more confident? The day you put on that makeup or that lipstick, or you get your hair done, don't you all feel nicer? Even for all the men out here, don't be left out. We have a lot of male clients as well, okay? So the moment you put on that bright lipstick or that bright shirt, I can see, ma'am, I can't get her name on screen, Miss Sharda, wearing a beautiful orange top with a beautiful orange lipstick. And I'm sure she's feeling very, very powerful because orange talks about chirpiness, enhancement, portraying yourself in a very, very positive way, yet being open to conversation. So see, if colors can talk so much, so can we talk so much about our own selves just by portraying our outside image, which is helping our inner image to feel more confident, to get that self-image going in a positive and a happier and a healthier way, right? Is there a time when we are not communicating? No, we are communicating all the time, unless we're sleeping in a dark room with lights off. The moment you switch on the lights or the moment you enter that door, you are communicating. You enter the door, just think of an interview situation. You just enter the room. You think nobody's seeing you till the HR comes to see you. Trust me, you're under scrutiny. You enter a party wearing your best. However, if you have sluggish shoulders and your eyes are looking down, you will not come across as a positive person. At the same time, you are wearing the best of clothes and you walk in just, looking around with that smile on the face, it talks volumes about you. It shows so much positivity about you. And this is the kind of empowerment we all, not only women, even men should be looking at, right? And this is where, this whole thought process today of empowerment for women in the digital age. Now, I wouldn't be touching too much on the digital aspect because we had so many speakers talking so beautifully about it, they who are from the IT background as well. But sharing a quick example, I just happened to go for Women's Day celebration to a beautiful IT firm where I was so proud because the age group was about 20 to 25 plus till about 40, 45. And 80% of them in that IT firm were women. So as it is uplifted that feeling that, wow, that we as women are getting empowered. And so not only your clothes, of course, your clothes play a very, very vital role. Your body language plays a very, very vital role. Like I said, it's never that you cannot communicate. The moment you are in an environment where people are around, you are being looked upon. And looked upon by who? First, it should be us. Like I said, self. And when we have that positive self-talk, when we have that positivity towards our own self, we stop comparing ourselves to others. We start looking at the small nitty-gritties, which from where we were to where we reached is the empowerment, I would say, to start off for our own selves. As an image consultant and as image consultants, let me speak for the whole fraternity. We help build people with that inside out image. Like I said, there's so many people who just probably dress up well, and sometimes it keeps us wondering that, oh, dude, why is this lady here? I mean, she's so well spoken. She has beautiful work. But it's the thought process, because somewhere, because of the past reasons or circumstances, we learn how to put ourselves down. And in fact, like ma'am has this beautiful association. We as image management also have a professionals association where we go and give sessions to people. We worked with lots of NGOs, and we pass on a lot of learning on appearance management, image management, strengthening our inner core from the inside out. So that was all from me. So please keep that empowerment on. It's all about us. It's all about you. Empower yourself. Thank you, ma'am. Empower yourself. Yes, we are in a digital age that, whoa, overnight, if we could make it on screen right here, I'm sure we can still reach and do wonders. Women supporting women, I think, can build up on miracles. And thank you to all the gentlemen who've truly, truly believed in that. And it's wonderful to know that how your families are being supported by your thought process. It really works. So thank you so much, ma'am, and over to you.
Thank you, Nandini. That was another aspect of empowerment, actually. Yes, so we should look forward ourselves first. We should reflect on ourselves first. We should take ourselves positively. Whatever way we are, we should take ourselves positively. Then only we can spread positivity to our others.
Absolutely, ma'am. So there's a friend who always says, Nandini, just look into the mirror and chin up and smile. And it really, really helps to. So to all of you, anyone, or you want to pass it on, please look up, chin up and smile. See where you were maybe a year ago and see where we are now. Definitely. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, let me move forward with our next speaker, Mrs. Mridula Pravin. Mridula Pravin. She is not here. Okay, let me call upon the next speaker, Dr. Sharda Chakrabarti. Warm welcome, Sharda ma'am. After a long time, we have been together in the same platform. Yes.
Yes,
Please,
after a long time.
please
Okay.
introduce yourself and
Okay.
start.
Thank you, Shanali ma'am. Shanali ma'am, for giving this beautiful opportunity on a beautiful topic. So let me introduce myself. This is Dr. Shardha Chakravarti, an educator, uh, AIEF, All India Education Forum, Global Ambassador, founder and director, Golden Future Counseling and Consultancy, a career counselor, a graphologist, a graphotherapist, a signature analyst, Toastmaster International member, a color analyst, a healer, law of attraction coach, and an author. So this is a small introduction about me, and I love keep on updating myself every month. Now I'm learning Reiki to heal myself and to heal people around in this COVID era, and also learning Vastu to just correct my house and feel, and to help the loved one around me and to empower them. So now let me thank some people in my life. First of all, my parents to give me birth. We were four daughters to keep us alive, and I owe my life to them. Second, I want to thank those men and women who raise their voices to educate women. And then I also want to thank my mother-in-law and my husband to, encourage me to joy to keep on continuing my teaching journey. Otherwise, I would have to leave my journey. It was because of them I have till now I have survived. So now when we talk about the rights, basic rights, sitting here in sitting in my chair, these basic rights seem to be really very basic. But is it basic for the millions of girl child especially, all around the globe? No, they are not. So there are so many challenges. There are so many challenges which we all are aware. And life is not an easy journey for those girls, especially when I talk about the unprivileged. So when we talk about the challenges faced by women, it's female feticide, domestic violence, sexual assault, forceful marriages, gender based inequality, whether it's the workplace or sometimes at home too. According to a UNESCO survey, a record 481 million women all still lack the basic literacy. So I definitely say to all these beautiful ladies sitting here, aren't we privileged? We are here. So we are privileged and we should work for the little help from our side, like like Shanoli ma'am is working on her, from her front. She's educating women. A small drop, but it will become a big effect in coming years. And now, when we talk about the challenges faced by the underprivileged girls, they are so many. And when we talk about the financial constraints, of course, they have to drop from their education uh, because of their this thing, financial problems or the gender inequality. And I know maybe all the educators who are present here, they must be knowing during Corona time, the girl child was not given a smartphone as compared to her, like the brother her brother. So, like I have seen this in my school itself. So there is so much of gender inequality, and the dropout rates is getting higher and higher, and early marriages and pregnancies, and there are many other challenges faced by the girl child, especially the underprivileged. When we talk about the potential, there are a lot of potential in the woman in the girl child, because when we talk about if they are financially free, they are financially developed, so what can happen, like we can see us, aren't we able to take decisions much better when we are financially stable? We can take the decisions, and we can take decisions for our family also. So if we help these underprivileged children or the girl, because most of them, when we talk about urban, it's not that severe. But when we go around in the rural areas, of course, the number is increasing. So just now I heard Mr. Showman talking about the GDP. Yes, GDP is the 50% women approximately are in our population, they are women, but their contribution is very, very less, not up till their potential. So when we talk about these, low income family girls, we talk about like they can go for some stitching classes or they can go for a beauticians. Why? Why they are not given some much more skilled trainings? And according to a survey, like I have seen, I have read that India today needs 10.97 crores of skilled manpower. And we are not in a cheerful condition. And our report says that the India will, be facing a shortage of 14 to 19 lakh tech professionals by 2026. So why not help these children, girls especially, to get them a much more skilled, job-oriented, vocational trainings? They have a good potential, but we are unable to tap the potential. So when we talk about empowering women, so empowering women it has two effects. One is the rippling effect, ripples, waves. If a girl is educated, a wave, she can pull up her sisters, her family members for education, and trickle down effect. Let me tell you, my grandmother, my nanny, she was an uneducated lady. My mother, she was only class 10 literate. And we, all my sisters, we are highly qualified. We have done our master's, PhD, and so many things. So my mother was little more educated. So she was able to educate us more. And she knew the importance of education. So this is trickle down effects. And if a mother is educated, so what happens, this woman empowerment, she can help in economical growth. For example, like when I was talking about the financial literacy, like by doing a beautician course, she may earn, 6x. But if we give her more like technical education, like ma'am is talking about, Shanoli ma'am is teaching digital education, giving it, so they can earn more, maybe 20x. So this, they can contribute more in GDP. So when women is empowered, there is more economic growth, and there is more economic growth, there is a enriched world. The world is enriched. So I want to finish with a small quote of Christine Lagarde, who is ex-director IMF. Ultimately, I would love to see a world where women let their confidence roar from the rooftops, their cups run over with self-assurance, and their voices resound across the pinnacles of power. So with this, over to you, Shanoli ma'am.
Thank you so much, Sharda ma'am. You have pointed out another aspect, that is proper vocational and skill training, which is utmost requirement for empowering any girl or any woman. And I must say, I'm happy and proud that at Edvishan we are doing that is what we are a platform for various kind of skill training and vocational training. And we regularly conduct online training, and I'm happy to announce that most 90% of the attendees are women. Whenever we conduct any kind of training, we found that 90% are women attending, because that is how the earlier speakers are also explained that sometimes what happens, they do not get the opportunity. They need to stay at home, and by born women are multitaskers. So that is why we have opted for this kind of platform where not only women but men are also, we have gender equality and inclusiveness in our platform. But when opportunities are given, we can see that women are there to take that opportunity. So we just need to spread more awareness about all these things. Thank you so much. Now come to the next speaker, Dr. Anita Sharma. Dr. Anita Sharma. I think she is also not there. Okay, let me move forward. Next speaker, this is Vishaka Gupta.
Yeah, good evening and my humble pranams to everybody on this platform. And it's a Women Power Pact platform that I see here. So I would start by quoting from our Vedas, where the Vedas spoke very highly about the topic of discussion today, and the topic of discussion being empowerment of women. Yatra naryastu pujyante ramante tatra devata. So if you see, if you look into the literature, we would all find that women took up their roles and responsibilities equally, shouldering it with men folks. So you would have seen men gods and gods taking up their responsibility, and female goddesses also doing their jobs, wearing their helmets and adorning their vehicles. So that is what we have been talking about. That's what India has been speaking about. Later on, as things deteriorated in the society, women were not given those chances. And then now we have come to a point where women have again realized their potential, and they know that the chances given have not to be left out. Otherwise, it will be like those draining out sand. So they hold the sand very, very carefully in their arms and take it forward. So like it is said, teach a man and you teach an individual, and teach a woman, you teach a generation. We all have educated mothers who have realized the importance of education, made us educated, that we have been able to take up the roles and responsibilities today. So good evening, I am Vishaka Gupta, Principal of Beacon High School and Junior College, Pune, a CBSE resource person, speaker on various platforms, writer of a few books, and honored by the HRD and the CBSE, and so on and so forth. But I feel I'm a very strongly a person who's been nurtured by my parents, given that opportunity by my family, my husband, my children, who have given me that push, that go ahead and we are behind you. Because even in a woman, we have a man. So a man behind a woman is very important. So salute to all the men who supported the women leaders to bring them to the platform they are in. We should not undermine their role as well. So women empowerment, when I talk about it and I define it in several ways, including accepting women's viewpoints, making efforts to seek them, giving them a raise of status, and through education, awareness, literacy, training, etc., etc. Digital empowerment is a multi-staged process that gives women new skills and opportunities to better participate and express in the networking of the society, like what we're doing right now. When I talk about the empowerment of women in digital era, I would also like to talk about the new income and employment possibilities by the financial literacy that we are highly speaking about these days, the access to education and knowledge. There was a time when girls were not sent to school. They were, even if they were sent to school, there was a differentiation. The boys went to better schools and girls went to, smaller schools. If there was financial problem at home, the boy was somehow allowed and the girl was told, okay, you sit back at home because the brother has to study. Now that is seeing an entire twist, and which is why the statistics say women make up 28% of the workforce in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And that's the thing that we should be proud of ourselves. Kudos to us for having done that. And there's a long way ahead. Also, when I talk about a digital era and empowerment, I talk about convenience offered by the digital platforms, by the digital devices, and the desire of women to learn, to explore. Because if there was no desire, then whatever being provided would be left as it is. So we women are hungry to learn. And for that, I would ask each woman to please lift up your left arm, lift up your left hand, ladies, take it back and give yourself a pat. You are wonderful. You don't need a pat from anyone else. Pat your own backs and give yourself that push. So when I say digital literacy, again, I talk about communication networks on global, national, and small scale platforms. A launch of technology like the doorstep banking is something that has made women more confident about handling finances. Digital literacy also talks about the digital era, and empowerment helps in scaling up women in their sense of self-worth, in their rights to have and make determined choices, access opportunities and resources, right to have the power and control their own lives, and takes decisions which they have to get accepted by the family as well, by the surroundings, because that's not an easy thing. A woman taking a decision which is okayed by, is accepted by the people around, is a great thing to happen. Also, I talk about the ability to influence the direction of social structure and thought. We have seen many women leaders who have brought about rational changes into the way people have thought, into the way the people have worked, and taken the society forward. Now we are also having global leaders. We have prime ministers and presidents and companies. We all know about the PepsiCo chairperson Indrani Nouriel. Wonderful, she's leading a company. And that is the kind of leadership, that is the kind of confidence that empowering a woman brings in. So I have already spoken about financial literacy. Taking it forward, I would also like to say that the society has still to empower women entrepreneurs at various levels. From a small scale, like my previous speaker was talking about beauty parlors and things like those, from that level to running a company is somewhere where still a push, a support is required that, okay, you're doing well, please go ahead. And I would again like to tell all these ladies, push your own selves first. Don't look for outside motivation and push. Then in certain sectors, it is still important to teach business skill to women. And women like Shanoli ji, they're doing an amazing job by giving the skill education where women can really take it up and move ahead in the society, because this would create a better environment for career development. The moment the ladies hold that chair, they start working in the society, they get that acceptance, confidence builds in itself. And it is very important that this confidence is, kind of rooted, because if this is rooted, then there is no looking back, and such women leaders are going to handhold others and train the next line to be leaders in their own capacities. So this helps women to thrive economically, rise out of poverty. It helps them to speak against abuse and report crimes. There were times when women were so afraid of talking about abuse and crime. Now these are openly challenged because ladies have realized, women have realized that if they don't speak up for themselves, things will not improve. So this is what is the need of the hour. Women are doing it up very well, and I hope that we live to see a generation when the 50-50 ratio of the society is set up, not to undermine the men folks, surely, because then if behind every successful man is a woman, behind every successful woman is surely also a man who supports her in her endeavor. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Vishaka ma'am. You have highlighted another two aspects, I must say. One is financial literacy, which is the need of the hour, actually. It's not only for women, but also many men are also not been aware of how to handle finance properly. So yeah, Edvishan is always there. We have already developed financial literacy program right from the school students to university students and professionals. Another thing is cyber security, or that women face various kind of challenges while working digitally, even that physically this is common, but now we are transferring into digital world. There also women face various kind of challenges. So cyber security awareness about cyber security, that is also need of the hour. And we have a course for that also and training for that also. So thank you so much, Vishaka ma'am. And now we will move forward to Dr. Caroline David. Caroline ma'am, most welcome to the talk show.
At the very outset, let me congratulate all the speakers who have spoken so well. So far, you were all very wonderful. The most courageous act is to think of your own self and love oneself and believe in oneself, even when you are in the worst situation. No one should succeed in making you feel inferior without your consent. You yourself, as much as anybody, deserve your love and attention. Self-worth and self-praise is so very important for your own happiness, because if you don't feel good about yourself, it is hard to feel good about anything and do anything good. A self-motivated, empowered woman draws strength from troubles, smiles during distress, and grows stronger with prayers. She is determined to keep herself happy, come what may. She accepts the war that she has gone through and ennobles her scars. With these words, Dr. Caroline David from DTSS College of Commerce, Mumbai, expresses her gratitude to God and the organizers of this program, and not forgetting Ashanoli ma'am, who has given me this opportunity. Respect to all the dignitaries from abroad and India. Dr. Caroline David wishes one and all a very good evening and a very happy Women's Day. My topic today is empowerment of women through self-motivation. I've written a poem, and this poem is all about myself. I will help myself to survive. I can survive, I must survive, I will survive. I will help myself to survive as it is my own life, God's given life. I will survive. For that, I have to love and motivate myself to face all the challenges and sorrows of life and learn to stay alive. I will accept all the challenges and sufferings of life and learn to survive and stay alive. I have a long life to go and success and progress to show. Rain and storm, I have lots to give. So I must learn to strive and forgive. I can survive, I must survive, I will survive. I will help myself to survive as it is my life. At first I thought I will never be able to forget and forgive, but I had to survive and God helped me to forgive. As I kept thinking of the storms and thundering I faced in my life, then I decided that if I have to survive, I have to forgive, thrive, and help myself to survive. Day by day, as I faced challenges in my life, with the strength of the Almighty, I grew stronger and stronger and learned how to live along and stay where I belong. I collected my strength and decided not to tear apart. Instead, kept trying and trying to mend all the broken pieces of my heart. I felt sorry for spending all my time crying in the past and wasted my precious time. But now I decided to work hard and hold my head up in the air and say bye-bye to my bad past, which will not allow me to last. Instead, I will breathe in the fresh and pure air of self-motivation, which will help me to climb the ladder of empowerment very fast. I can survive, I must survive. I will survive and will help myself to survive as it is my own life. Supporting women's right is a responsibility of every woman. Why? Because woman is a mother-in-law, woman is a daughter, woman is a sister-in-law, and woman is a wife. In the word woman, the hidden word is men. But the main support, the main responsibility lies on the woman, because a woman mothers a child. It is a woman who brings up the boy. If the woman teaches a boy that yes, there's no difference between a girl and a boy, both of you have equal rights, and she treats them equal, then I'm sure when he grows up, he will also he'll grow up with a positive attitudes towards other women. Empowering women means giving them the authority or power to do something and the right to voice out any crime against them. If a woman has the voice to, she's able to voice out a crime, I can say she's empowered. She has her guts and she should go ahead in her life. Every day is a woman's day when we get respect and value from a woman and from others too. Men should accept a woman as God creation. It is rightly said that women are referred to as nature and men as culture. Just as our nature is getting degraded, a woman too is getting degraded, and we need to save both for sustainable development. Thus, every woman should empower herself, no matter good her husband is. Empowerment doesn't mean domination. It means equal rights, equal treatment, and equal education for both men and women. And of course, equal liberty. If I feel like bringing my mom home and I want to keep her with me, my husband, I don't know, I shouldn't take the permission from my husband. That is, I can say, yes, I'm an empowered woman. Why should women empower herself? Because she should live first for herself and then for others. She should be prepared for a rainy day or a better tomorrow. She's the daughter of the country and a biggest asset to the universe, a package made by God. She can tell a man that I can be you but a man can never be able to say the same to a woman. But their growth and development of a woman is hampered due to lack of education, malnutrition, domestic violence, child marriage, child labor, female feticide, dowry, gender discrimination at home or at workplace. And the most important, a woman is a cause of the downfall of another woman. What is empowerment? Empowerment is the ability to make choices and transform all choices into proper outcomes and desired action. Who is an empowered woman? A woman is called empowered if she's educated, she's financially independent, she's depend on her own self, she takes her own decision, and she doesn't depend on others to praise her, motivate her. No matter what she may be fat, thin, whatever she is, she has to learn to love herself and to motivate herself and to push herself. She should help human to progress. She should know her rights. She should influence the other women. The woman, she should be a leader. She should be an example for others to follow. She's an asset to the economic growth and development of the country. And yet our country is far behind in the development of women. Only 25% are in the national workforce. Crime against women is increasing day by day. If you see the dowry cases, they are also increasing. Difference between girl and boy is still going on. Parents are still reluctant to invest in their girl child. They're only willing to invest in the boy child. Even child marriage is still on. Yes, we have got a long way to go. We have to change the society. And who has to do it? We, women. Women can do it. Yes, we can do it. As a mother, we can do it. As a sister, we can do it. As a daughter, we can do it. As a daughter-in-law, we can do it. And then, but what all I would like to say that yes, please believe in yourself, help yourself, love yourself. To end, I would like to end with a quote. Opportunities don't happen, you create them. Self-motivation is the best motivation. And the message to all the women, please love yourself, believe in yourself. You are God's beautiful creation. You can go a long way. I have faced challenges in my life. I've gone through ailments, I've gone to sickness, I've got my broken marriage, I didn't have children, I adopted children, I faced challenges over there. But yet, the men tried to put me down, but I didn't let myself down. I said, no, Caroline, you are the best. Believe in yourself and you'll go ahead. And the moment my husband left me, I got educated. I did my PhD. I continued with my education. I saw that I kept myself happy in every way. I never bothered about the world. What the world said about me has never been important to me. What I think about myself is very important. Thank you, one and all, on this virtual platform. Thank you, Shanoli, madam, for opening this platform for us to speak. Thank you. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, Ms. Shanoli.
Oh, sorry. Thank you, Dr. Caroline. Yes, you have been a patron for Edvishan from the beginning. And today we have listened to your expression, your views, and you are truly motivational for us also. And like Vishaka ma'am also mentioned that being woman, we should not, that is the empowerment, that we should not expect others to do the works for us. We should push ourselves to do the works and move forward. Thank you so much. And your poetry was wonderful. Looking forward to have you more in our talk shows. Thank you so much. Okay, let me call now our next speaker. Our next speaker is Engineer Ravi Shankar Kumar. Ravi sir is present. I don't think Ravi sir is present here. Next is Dr. Daksha Sharma. Dr. Daksha Sharma, are you present? No, she is also not present. Okay, then our last speaker, Mr. Bhapkar Prakash. Mr. Bhapkar Prakash. He is also not present. So those who are for Saturday's group, I think yeah, those who are present over here, you all have expressed your views, no? Is anybody left out? The rest of the speakers couldn't join today. So, okay, and now it's open to all. If anybody want to share anything or discuss anything, we have just 5 minutes time left to conclude today's show. So it's open to all. I have found that some of the guests are also there. If they want to share anything or ask anything. Yes.
I want to ask Caroline ma'am to have the poetry again.
Yes, that was
I
very
love that.
nice.
I love that. Was very nice.
Yes.
Thanks, ma'am.
Ma'am, you need to unmute yourself, please.
I'll say it again 1 minute. It's written by I have written it on my own. I will help myself to survive. I can survive. I must survive. I will survive. I will help myself to survive as it is my own life, God's given life. I will survive. For that, I have to love and motivate myself to face all the challenges and sorrows of life and learn to stay alive. I will accept all the challenges and sufferings of life and learn to survive and stay alive. I have a long life to go and success and progress to show. Rain and storm, I have lots to give. So I must learn to strive and forgive. I can survive. I must survive. I will survive. I will help myself to survive as it's my own life. At first, I thought I will never be able to forget and forgive, but I had to survive, and God helped me to forgive as I kept thinking of the storms and thundering I faced in my life. Then I decided that if I have to survive, I have to forgive, thrive, and help myself to survive. Day by day, as I faced challenges in my life, with the strength of the Almighty, I grew stronger and stronger and learned how to live along and stay where I belonged. I collected my strength and decided not to tear apart. Instead, I kept trying and trying to mend the broken pieces of my heart. I felt sorry for spending all my time thinking. I kept crying in the past and wasted my precious time. But now, I do and hold my head up in the air and say bye-bye to my bad past, which will not allow me to last. Instead, I will breathe in the fresh and pure air of self-motivation, which will help me climb the ladder of empowerment very fast. I can survive, I must survive, I will survive, and I will help myself to survive as it is my own life. Thank you.
That's wonderful.
Brilliant, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you very
Yes,
much,
yes.
ma'am. It was very inspiring.
It's on my own life story. I have gone through struggles in life and I have survived. I've gone through cancer of the kidney. I fought my own battle. I came out of it. I met with an accident. The bike stung me right in the air. I lost my memory, but somehow I fought my battle and I came back to life. I had divorce in my life. I had a divorce in my life. But even then, in spite of my husband running after another woman, I still continued to my education. I completed my PhD and I learned to survive. So, in spite of all the men trying to, when they see a single woman, they come after you. They think that, yes, now you're open for them. You have to face so many challenges. And when you're beautiful, you have to face all the more challenges. There are many people who try to, put me down. But no, I still learned to survive. So I had the Almighty with me, and I wrote this poem just yesterday. Thank you so much.
That's up to you, ma'am.
Very
Yes,
inspiring,
you were
ma'am.
a
Thanks.
true inspiration to all, I think. Yes. Anybody else want to share anything? We have just 5 minutes.
It's been very, very inspirational, ma'am. Sorry, I'm not coming on camera now because there's a lot of disturbance around. However, really, really lovely to see people, like I said, from varied backgrounds, still building up into education and building for others. That is the most important thing. No matter what field of work you are or what kind of experience you hold, if you can just pass it on to somebody else, I think it's a blessing in disguise. And so much to learn from each one of you. Thank you.
Yes. I must appreciate all the speakers for taking time out and sharing your views with all. We will put our entire recording on YouTube channel, and from where you yourself can watch it later on, and you can share the link to others to see us all. So as the rest of the speakers couldn't be able to join today, we hope to see them on tomorrow's show. So let us all wrap up for today. Thank you all for your wonderful shares for today's talk show, and hope to see you again tomorrow as guest, hearing the other speakers sharing their views. Okay, so thank you so
I may
much.
not, because I have to go to church. If I come back early, I'll be there.
Sure, that is why we are recording and we'll put on YouTube so that everybody can watch that in their own time, own way.
That's the thing, ma'am. It's not an educated mother will only, see that the children are illiterate, but educated. My parents have never gone to school, but I am a professor. My brother's a CA, because they never told us that they were not educated. They saw that we got educated. Until we grew up, we never knew that my parents had not gone to school. They took in all their efforts to see that all their children were well educated. So
yes, it's everything depends on the mindset, actually.
Yes.
Not that all our parents are highly educated, but we have been grown up in a different kind of scenario. That is why we are here today. We are, yes, Dr. Sharda, I think she mentioned that we are the privileged one who got the proper, brought up properly by our parents. So yes, it entirely depending on the mindset and not on education or any other thing. So thank you so much all for joining today as speaker, and our second round will be tomorrow at the same time, 5 p.m. and the link will be shared. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for providing such a nice
Thank you,
platform.
everybody. Have a good
Bye.
day. Bye-bye.
Let's
Thank
signing
you,
off.
ma'am.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.